One of the great South African referee retires after Rugby World Cup injury. South African Rugby and World Rugby have paid tribute to referee Jaco Peyper, who has hung up his whistle after over a decade in the middle. The 43-year-old officiated at 3 Rugby World Cups, including the most recent tournament in France, but sustained an Achilles injury. The South African was set to officiate the match between Italy and Scotland during this year's Six Nations but has instead decided to bring his officiating career to an end. One of the best. Peyper officiated 67 Test matches between 2011 and 2023, the last of which being the World Cup quarter-final between Wales and Argentina, which he was unable to complete due to his injury. He ends his career as the 6th most capped Test referee in history and 3rd most by a South African, behind Jonathan Kaplan and Craig Joubert. Apart from progressing to be one of the best referees in the world during his 17-year first-class career, Jaco has also been a great ambassador for South Africa and a role model for aspiring young match officials, President of SA Rugby Mark Alexander said. His cool, calm and collected conduct has been a standout characteristic throughout his career, while Jaco was also clear and consistent in the way in which he has applied the laws, allowing players to express themselves on the field. We've had some outstanding referees since the game turned professional, and Jaco can be regarded as one of the best. We understand his reasoning for wanting to retire as referee, and although it's a sad day, we look back at it with fond memories. We would like to wish him and his family the very best for the next chapter. World Rugby Chairman Sir Bill Beaumont added, Jaco has been a fantastic ambassador for rugby, a role model for aspiring referees, and will be remembered as one of the greats of international and club refereeing. But above all the accolades, he is a great person. He cares deeply about the game and championing his fellow match officials. He has played a huge role in the development of burgeoning international referees and is a calm, assured presence within a great team. It takes a special type of person to be at the top of the game in the most challenging of arenas, and Jaco has done that superbly. In short, he is a credit to rugby, his nation and his family, and I wish him all the best as he begins a new and exciting chapter. Illustrious career. During his illustrious officiating career, Peyper also officiated in the United Rugby Championship, Super Rugby, Investec Champions Cup and Currie Cup matches. He took charge of 14 World Cup matches in his 3 tournament appearances and was in charge of 9 finals, 5 Currie Cup, 3 Super Rugby and 1 Champions Cup, as well as 2 Rugby World Cup quarter-finals. He refereed in 10 Six Nations Championships, 9 Rugby Championships, and 1 test between the All Blacks and the British and Irish Lions in 2017. I literally grew up next to the rugby field as my dad was a coach, and later on I played and coached the game before I took up the opportunity to go into refereeing, said Peyper. There are always tough times at high-end refereeing, but since making my first-class debut 17 years ago, rugby has only been good to me. It's been a great journey, I have made many wonderful friends, and I've been fortunate enough to visit many fantastic places around the world. All things considered, now is perhaps the best time to step away from active refereeing to spend more time with my lovely wife and 2 beautiful daughters, as well as my growing business interests. There are many people I would like to thank and will do so personally, but I want to give a special word of thanks to the CEOs of SA Rugby for backing me, the support I've received from the High Performance Division, my fellow match officials and specifically the Springboks, whom I've worked with closely and who have helped me become a better referee. Rugby is part of my life, and although I'm closing the door on active refereeing, I would love nothing more than to stay involved in this wonderful game, and plough back after what it's given me.